in the energy market. Want to switch gears here completely and talk Lucid Motors because it looks like this broke just a few minutes ago. They are closing in on a SPAC deal. What do you know?
That's right. This is Churchill Capital 4, and it looks like this has been in the works for some time here, and we've seen the stock move based on rumors previously, but you can see it just absolutely taking off. Now, Lucid Motors is a Tesla competitor, and there's a lot of hype behind this deal, and there's $2 billion that's already been raised through this SPAC right now, and there's an additional $1 billion that could be coming in through a PIPE transaction. That's private investment in public equity. So we'll have to see if this deal finally gets linked or inked here, but it has been subject to a lot of speculation. And just taking a look at the stock here, going back to inception, you can see up over 400%. So investors getting excited about this deal as well, Alexis.
All right. Also, we've got some news regarding Roku today. Looks like they are going to be coming up with their own original content, something we've talked to Roku's CEO about in the past, and they were a little skeptical about it all, but it looks like today this is finally happening.
Yeah, I think this is pretty big news because the streaming place is admittedly a bit crowded, and Roku has emerged as one of the front runners. Of course, having your own content costs a lot of money, so that could be why the stock was down a little bit earlier. At least it was paring its gains. But this comes just weeks after they already acquired Quibi's content. That was the 6-minute little stills that were meant to be watched on your phone. That company didn't really take off, but looks like they're getting in this for real. And this news comes as a result of a job posting for an attorney with the company. And I'll just read a little bit of an article about some of the things that this attorney would be doing to give you an idea of exactly what Roku is doing. So this attorney would be interacting with guilds and unions, and part of the job would entail working on, quote, option purchase agreements, script acquisition agreements, life rights agreements, agreements to hire writers, actors, directors, individual producers, list goes on. So it looks like they're coming to Hollywood in a big way, Roku is.
Yeah, they're going all in. More competition for all the other content creators now, too, which now we have to count Apple among them. And we have to talk about Bitcoin because the meteoric rise continues, crossing $50,000 here for the first time, up an incredible 73% so far this year. What is leading to the momentum today?
Well, it seems like not a day goes by that we learn another company or series of companies are getting into crypto in a big way. Last week it was Tesla and Bank of New York Mellon. Today it's Deutsche Bank and Morgan Stanley. You can see Bitcoin right now, not a lot going on over the last 24 hours, but it did hit 50,000 per contract or per unit over the weekend. And now we see it settling down by about 48,600. And yes, what an incredible run for crypto this year. Over the trailing 3 months, up 190%. Ether also coming off record highs, down a little bit today, but it's up 282% over the last 3 months. So the big news is it's coming to Wall Street. The big banks are gearing up. And you got to think that we're still in the early innings here. Can't wait to get that 100,000 hat, though. Bitcoin 100,000. I missed the 50,000.
Like we have the Dow hats, remember, from the floor of the stock exchange. Now we've got to have the Bitcoin milestone hats. By the way, I want to let everybody know tomorrow we're going to be speaking to a regular person, a person here in the city, in New York City, who owns 2 bars on the west side, looking to sell his bars only for Bitcoin. He's gotten offers from folks for good cash, cold hard cash, but he says no, he's holding out for Bitcoin. So we're going to talk to him